Dodgers signed international prospect Roki Sasaki before this season, not because they offered him a huge contract, but because that's where Sasaki wanted to go. Since Sasaki was under 25 years old, he entered MLB as a prospect and not a free agent like his now teammate Yoshinobu Yamamoto did. This means that teams could not offer him a long-term contract, they could just give him a signing bonus and then he's under team control for 6 years, just like drafted players are. That signing bonus has a cap to it, and the Dodgers gave him $6.5 million. Not really a huge contract. The Dodgers have become the team that has the most control over the ever-growing international market, especially when it comes to Japan. This is not just something that happened overnight. The Dodgers have had dedicated full-time employees focused on Japan since the early 2000s. This quote from Scott Asasaki, who's now the Dodgers Director of Team Travel and formerly worked in the Asian Operations Department, explains pretty much all you need to know. You hear Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani and Roki Sasaki talk about one of the reasons they chose the Dodgers is because of its history. Obviously, the proximity to Japan and the community that we have here helps, but we have a really unique infrastructure. We have Japanese-speaking trainers, we have Japanese-speaking staff in the front office. You drop a Japanese player in our Dodgers clubhouse and it'll be seamless. This is another thing that every other team in Major League Baseball could be doing. But not only have the Dodgers committed to it first, they seemingly have also been the first to do it right. And because of this, they now have Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Roki Sasaki, and probably soon to be more stars that Japan produces in the near future. Behind much of this Dodgers formula is one man, the mastermind, Andrew Friedman. Andrew Friedman is a baseball executive prodigy of sorts. The Rays hired him to be the director of baseball development before the 2004 season when he was just 26 years old. 2 years later, after the conclusion of the 2025 season, the Rays promoted him to the position of general manager at just 28 years old. The Rays ended up making the World Series 3 years later in 2008 and also made the playoffs in 2010, 2011, and 2020. Doing that with the Rays and the resources that they have to go out and sign star players is really all you need to hear to know that Friedman probably knows what he's doing. The Dodgers signed him to be the president of baseball operations in 2014, and he took the things he did with the Rays really well, developing players in-house, spending money efficiently, and maximizing the value of his players, and applied it with the much greater resources that the Dodgers have. So the Dodgers not only have the spending power of a big market, but they also have the ability to build up their players in-house. So while the narrative out there may be saying that the Dodgers are just buying World Series wins, that doesn't really capture the dominance that they have displayed. And even if they didn't have the huge payroll that they did, they would still be a competitive team because of just how good they are at everything else. Money can build contenders, but alone, it cannot build a dynasty.